some of the things that I want to work out.
My name's Jason.
So,
I'm the Senior Leader in STEM Learning, that's Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics at the Australian Science and Maths School.
let's go with the basics.
So what's common?
My name is Amanda and I'm a Science and Maths teacher at the Australian Science and Maths School in Adelaide.
No, OT is not common to both.
And I'm currently team teaching with Jason.
We took this on as an action research project to look at what difference the actual team teaching models and the team teaching approach made in the student learning and student outcomes.
It hits you within less than a second, you get maximum effect.
We tried a whole range of different approaches last year.
0.3 Ks.
Some with great success, others not so much, so we've decided to cut away some of the ones that didn't work as well for us.
Have a think about what would be appropriate.
Through part of our action research reflection with us and with the other team teachers, so I suppose further refining the models, what do we really do that we can't do outside of a team teaching classroom that actually works?
Well, last year we were looking at how can we use team teaching to enhance learning outcomes for all students. You guys developed a few different models from last time, didn't you? Would you be looking at developing more or just more explicitly using the models you've developed?
I'd really like to keep going with this and start looking at, again, the engagement.
I mean, there's a whole range of things we can look at now. Have they seen a change in our pedagogies? Even are they more prepared to work with the two teachers at the same time?
So have a go.
Some of the survey data that we collected last year when we put it out to the students, one of the things that they found most valuable, the students were starting to become acutely aware of who they learn best from at different times.
Multiple answers.
So if they wanted something as more of a concept delivery, they'd come to me. If they wanted something more of a structure, they might go to Amanda, and they were actually pretty good at articulating that.
The one that I'm interested in is the engagement side of things. Looking at the data from last year, it's not remarkable, but it was average unexplained absences was 0.8, and then the other single teacher taught maths classes were about 3 times as much. And when you got that kind of thing across the whole year, that was pretty surprising for me.
What is attendance a really accurate measure of engagement?
What we used for engagement last year was mostly focus groups and student surveys. It was a lot of the data that came back. The attendance we actually didn't think of until really late, but just when we pulled it from the portal, the results were so different that we put it in as well.
By structuring a formal action research process in the school, it gives us time to sit down like this, discuss some of the things we've done, some of the things we've tried, and to start posing some of the questions about what we want to look towards in the future. I still want to try and improve achievement.
We haven't actually got a way to measure achievement yet, have we?
Yeah, because we've got Joe and Chris team teaching as well, see if we can get some of the students to start talking about what their experience in their class and see if they get... I think the focus groups again, because we get a few students that are crossing over as well now, and being in our maths class and also theirs and vice versa.
They're not formally registered in ours, but they come to the classes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The students actually gave us some really negative feedback at the start, not about the approaches, but about the environment itself.
Firstly, what's the maximum concentration?
Quite frankly, just didn't have enough seats and enough space around the teaching space for them to all fit comfortably.
When the concentration in my bloodstream hits 15 parts per million,
The leadership, we took it to them and said, look, we need to change, we need to move.
I'm all happy as Larry.
And it changed our dynamic, it changed what we were doing, and so that's been quite a great outcome from some of the research that we did.
From the student perspectives, it was the engagement, the collaboration, attendance. Stress and anxiety, I don't know if we really looked at that, but I think as the students, I think as a bit of a side effect of the engagement, increased engagement, I think reduced their stress and anxiety because...
So maybe do we want to have something on that?
The ones who socially don't like speaking up in front of a large group of people, I think it doesn't help theirs.
We don't have a big group, so it'll be interesting to look at that.
Being innovative takes time.
So I was right?
Yes.
There needs to be time afforded to the teacher to reflect on what it was exactly that was innovative and how that influenced and changed and improved student outcomes.
We gave them a B-.
To be able to see how our action research has made an impact, that's now being extended into other aspects of the school where other teachers are prepared to take on that team teaching, because we've got data that says yes, it has improved student engagement, yes, teachers are benefiting and learning from each other, and they're also enjoying their work more.
And that's one of the brilliant things about the action research process in the school.